Hey guys, this is Paul and Delia Lozic. We are in Cajamarca, Peru, and today is Sunday, February the 8th. I would like to share with you some of the things that you allow us to do through Same Boat Ministries. And give me a second to get this set up. So I've got a lot of things that I'd like to show you because there is a lot going on. So I'm going to throw a lot of slides at you. Some of them are from here in Peru. Some of the things that are going on in Venezuela at the Genesis Project. So we've been working with the Texans on mission out of Dallas here in Peru. They are drilling water wells, which allows us to have relationships in communities that are kind of remote, which allows us to share the gospel, allows us to help them with certain types of improvements in their lives, like hygiene and agriculture and beekeeping and other things. Um, I guess the slides will speak for themselves, but I just need you to know that without your prayers, without your support, a lot of this would not be possible. So let me just blast through this. So I'm going to talk to you first about a community called Marcobamba. So a month ago, we started drilling a water well. We're at 300 feet and still no water. We believe that God will provide the equipment that we have used to look underground has told us there's water there, but we have not found water yet. And this community of over 100 families really needs water. So this is just some views from back up there. This is some views from Marcobamba. It's a beautiful place. It's located probably up above 11,000 feet. It's not super cold, but it can be very chilly at times. Right now, we're in the rainy season, and so it rains every day. I'm going to show you this short video of the water well. This is the well site. That hole's been dug 100 meters, almost 300 feet, and we haven't found the water yet. Haven't given up though. So we met with the people a couple of days ago, not everybody, because there's a bunch of them, but we met a bunch of them. It was a really cold, rainy day. So it's raining pretty good right now, but we are at Marcobamba. The people are all here.
Saluden a la cámara, pe. Saluden, saluden, saluden. Saluden, pe, también. Eso queremos saber.
There's Gabriel. Yeah, so Gabriel is our manager here who runs the Texan Zone Mission NGO here in Peru. So these people got together. They were all very disappointed. We've been drilling and drilling and found no water. And some were ready to give up and others were not. So we decided to do a day of prayer and fasting. So on Saturday, we got together with them. We made a plan of what we were going to do. And then here we are on Saturday morning with these people and others that arrived later and spent at least we were there for most of the day, and then they stayed till 5 o'clock. And this is Pastor Francisco. He's got a bottle of olive oil in his hand. So we prayed and fasted and gave testimony and read the Bible, and then we went down to the well site and we prayed over the site. He anointed it with oil. They walked around it 7 times, like a Jericho thing. Weren't trying to bring any walls down, but we were just trying to get God to know that these people are very interested in having water. And so after that, basically the next day, Delia and I were with this gentleman, Wilmer, and with Pastor Alex in the purple sweater, visiting people in the community. Um, their homes are very humble, dirt floors, just, the minimal. And this is a Cui. This little girl brought it. Everybody raises squeeze. They're like big hamsters that people raise for food. These people are very self-sustaining. They don't get much from the outside. Everything they produce is for their own consumption or for sale. So we spent the day ministering to these different families in Marcobamba, visiting them at their homes. This was kind of sad. This girl, as you can see, has deformed feet. She walks around pretty well, but her feet are definitely turned the wrong way. So this is Pastor Francisco taking us around. Here's Delia ministering to this family. A lot of these people are very, very, very happy to see us. We get to pray with them and talk to them and encourage them. Um, this Pastor Francisco is a pretty awesome guy. He's been working with us for a number of months there in Marcobamba. Um, just this is kind of how they keep their cuy, their hamsters that are raised for food. This little girl was showing us one of those that she has. Rabbits, of course, they raise rabbits too. And here we are with another family ministering. You can see they gave Delia some eggs, I guess, to hold. um, we visited these people here. This was kind of a blessing. This young lady's 32. The young man in the back holding the child is 12. And it was kind of like they were both waiting. And during our visit, they both gave their lives to Christ. So that was pretty awesome. Um, what can I say? The only way to go in Marcobamba. Uh, this is another town where Pastor Alex, one of our partners down here, lives in a town or a community actually called Jesus. And so we were there one day visiting elderly and sick people, and there's a bunch of them. So this is an older lady. She's blind, been blind for 11 years, lives by herself in this house, gets around with like, I don't know how she does it, but she does everything on her own and she's in her 80s. So we were able to speak with her. Here's another lady, Delia, got to spend some time with in comfort with just a lot of sadness in her heart and 4 kids, abusive husband that has been gone, I guess, for a while. Um, this is a young man, 28 years old, named Carlos. Fell off a roof 2 years ago, was paralyzed, has been in bed for 2 years. Um, his mother and his parents are faithfully praying and believing that he will get better. And we're told that he is starting to show some movement. So help us pray for him. Um, it's just very humbling to be allowed to serve, and you guys help us make this possible to go to these places and be part of these people's lives. Uh, this is another elderly gentleman, blind, 86 years old. Knees are shot, um, just really rough, but they're encouraged when you come by and talk to them and pray for them. This is an older man, very lonely, living in a really run down, I mean, unbelievably run down. In fact, he didn't have any walls behind us and no windows, just like halfway in, halfway out of the outside, living in this room here with this little dog. Um, we visited Alex's church, and there was supposed to be more people there that day, but we had a lot of rain. And so we had a handful of young people show up. So Delia and Irma, one of our partners' wives, um, spent some time teaching these people how to make natural soap. And so here's part of that group with their natural soap after it was done. This is another community called Capulipampa in Peru. You can see it's a challenge to get to a lot of these places. They're very remote. We've already drilled a well in Capulipampa and it's working well. This is just the road to get there. Takes a while and it's kind of hairy. Here we are in Capulipampa. Most of the people don't live all together. They live scattered up and down the mountain. Here you can see houses way down there. These people walk a long ways to get together. and to come see us. Here's an outhouse with a view. Everything's either up or down in Capulipampa. One of the ladies was showing Delia the stuff that she weaves or embroiders. I'm not sure what the word is, but they are really good at it. And they raise their own sheep and their own cattle. The women spend most of the time tending these sheep on the sides of mountains, and most of us could not even walk up. Um, this is a short video showing how they extract the wool.
Comienza a cultivar diferentes. Y este es un proyecto que lo podemos entrenar a toda la comunidad. Primero hacemos uno y luego toda la comunidad va aprendiendo y va viendo, ah, mira, qué tomates ha dado, ah, mira, qué papa ha dado, yo también voy a hacer cerca a mi casita. Y resulta que todos tienen también un huerto en sus hogares. ¿Sí?
This is how they make most of their
¿Alguna duda,
clothing.
alguna pregunta, algún comentario?
So this was actually this morning on Sunday, and this is how uh, one of the things that we do. We're showing these people how to turn um, vegetables and uh, animal droppings and all kinds of other natural, normal, organic things into compost so that they can basically create their own gardens. Um, just a note here says organic homemade compost can vastly improve their lives by providing healthy vegetables at a low cost. Most of them maybe go once every week or two into town and buy stuff at a very high cost, but they can grow their own with just a little bit of knowledge. And then I'm going to jump quickly over to Venezuela. This is just one day in the life at the Genesis Project. Um, this is a place where Daddy and I worked for quite a few years until we were not able to get back into Venezuela. We're down to four dogs. One of ours, the mother, finally passed away. Jose Angel is still running the Genesis Project. So, one of the things that's happening is we're starting to get more groups like this of school kids that make an appointment to come to the camp and they want to be taught things. So, on this day, they were taught how to milk cows. And not only did they milk cows, but they got the milk that they produced or that they obtained from the cows, and then they used it to learn how to make fresh cheese and fresh butter, which is something that most of them have never experienced in their lives. So while this is all happening, you can imagine that we get a chance to talk to them about the Bible and about Jesus and about their faith. Here they are actually getting to make butter, which is something that most of them don't have the luxury of ever getting to taste. So here they are tasting the cheese and the butter they made with the fresh milk at the Genesis Project. So with that, I'm going to stop the share and just tell you guys that you make it all possible. The Lord has allowed Delia to continue to go along with me on these adventures to impact people's lives. You guys are part of it, and we're very, very blessed to be allowed to do this. So thank you very much. Keep us in your prayers.